I always wanted to travel the world, drive around the Golden Quadrilateral, take my kids camping, fishing, but in reality, I was in back to back meetings, chasing deadlines while my kids were quietly growing up. That's when I thought if I continue like this, I will have money at the end of retirement, but I'll not have many memories. That's when I decided I'm not going to continue till 60 for retirement. I'm going to retire at 50 so that I have 10 good years to spend with my kids before they grow up. If you have an unfulfilled list like me, then this video might be for you. I will discuss how to plan your life so that you can retire at 50, starting with whatever age group you are, whether you're 20, 30s, or in 40s. Hi, my name is Nitish, and this is Bald Finance, where we make everyday finance a little less hairy. If you like content on everyday finance, please consider subscribing. We are a new channel and it will really help us put these kind of videos out there. If you're in your 20s and just starting out, congratulations. You have the biggest advantage in this game, which is time. You have almost 30 years to build your corpus, which is a long time. Which means you can start small, you can build gradually, and you'll still get there. The problem right now is you have no idea what the kind of lifestyle you would be needing at 50. If you're in your 20s, you're most likely sharing your apartments, working late hours, partying on weekends, and that's okay. You'd be leading a different lifestyle when you're 50. You'd probably have kids, a family, and your own house. So, the best thing to do right now is talk to the people who are leading the lifestyle where you imagine you would be doing when you are at that age. And that should give you an idea about what's the kind of expenses you would require. I know it's very difficult to imagine whether you're going to have 2 kids or 3 at this moment, but you would get a ballpark figure, some vague idea to start planning. It's important to start small and stay consistent and let the compounding work out for you. Be cautious about the get rich quick schemes, which may promise quick returns, but they are going to backfire. Invest in long-term equities, whether through mutual fund, index funds, or picking stocks. Start small, stay consistent, and let the market work for you. Remember, a 15,000 SIP over 15 years can lead to a corpus of 1 crore. And you have 30 years, my friend. If you are in your 20s and you are investing for 30 years and you retire with less than $1 million, it'll be a shame. If you are in your 30s, the pressure is real, my friend. You have a fair idea about the expenses required. You have school fees to pay, rents or EMIs. At this stage, you should have some corpus built in already. You may not have bucketed them into an education fund, a retirement fund, or a rainy day fund, but that's okay. Now is the best time to actually calculate what your expenses are going to look like when you're at 50. And based on that, calculate how much retirement corpus would you need. If you need help with that, I have a video on that. Check it out. Once you've figured out what is the retirement corpus you need to figure out how much SIP can you do and for how long. This will give you the interest rate which you need from your investment. The biggest mistake most of the people do is they choose their investment instrument and then they actually figure out what is the SIP they're going to do and then complain, I'm not reaching their target. So if I'm a conservative investor, I will choose debt funds or fixed deposit. If I'm an aggressive investor, I would choose equity. That is a wrong way to do. If your investment requires 20% of interest, you cannot invest in bonds. That's like you have decided to go from New Delhi to New York, but you insist on taking a bus. You will not reach there. If you're in your 40s, it's crunch time. You're only 10 years away from hitting your goal. Ideally, at this stage, you should be free of liabilities and you should have a significant amount of your corpus built already. If you're starting out at 40, it's okay. It's going to be hard. You need to be very aggressive with your investments, but it's definitely doable. Now is the time to start consolidating your investment. Clear up any liabilities if you have. Start bucketing your investments into retirement fund, education fund, marriage fund. There is something unique about Indian parenting. Unlike American and European parents, Indian parents pay for their kids' education and marriage. If you plan to pay for your kids' education and marriage, you need to factor that in right now into your investment plan. Which is why you should start bucketing your investment into education fund, marriage fund, and retirement fund. This is probably the right time to start investing into fixed income instruments or low risk instruments like bonds and government securities. These investments are going to give you regular return whether the market goes up or down. You should also try to do a dry run of your retirement where you're trying to pay for your monthly expenses from these low risk investments or FX instruments. This is going to give you the confidence that you would be able to run your household from these fixed investments. No matter what your age is, the right time to start investing was yesterday, and the next best time is today. Financial independence at 50 is not just a dream, it can be achieved if you plan right. This is Nitish. You're watching Bald Finance. See you in the next one.